Welcome Libra to Bow and Arrow Tarot and your Shadow Twin Flame reading. Alright guys, Libra, so we're going to get into a twin flame connection that you have with someone that's experiencing some challenge. Okay, it's experiencing some challenge or some kind of struggle, power struggle or energy struggle, imbalance, and we're going to see what is at play in this connection. We're really going to look at it from the point of view of what is going on with your person and perhaps how it's making you feel or how you're reacting. So let's get right into it. I'm going to pull out 4 cards from my Crow deck to see what the overall message is about this connection. Alright, for Libra, let's get 4 cards to see what the message is here about what's going on. For Libra and their twin flame over the next 7 days. Show me. Alright. Here we go. First up, we have Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Death, and the Sun. Alright, wow. Knight of Swords energy, Ace of Wands, Death, and the Sun. So when we look at the shadow side of these energies and how it might play into this reading, let us first take a look at the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands, because those two are in tandem working in an interesting way. Ace of Wands is such passion, right? But with passion, Ace of Wands passion, when you have a new passion that comes into your life, the shadow side of that is that there can be fear, right? There can be fear, there can be angst, there can be anxiety of seizing that moment, right? Wands energy is fiery, so there can be very quick assumptions made, could burn hot, you know, 1 minute and the next minute not so hot. Knight of Swords energy is there. Something is holding this person back, okay? Something is holding them back, and this is all mental. You may be dealing with an air sign yourself, Libra. But there's an energy of something being held back, or something holding them back, obstacles holding them back that have to do with the way they think about things, the way their personality is, what they think is important about relationships per se. And there's some obstacles here. Knight of Swords generally, when it's exalted, moves obstacles out of the way. But here on the shadow side, the obstacles are absolutely in play, okay? And what those obstacles are mostly mental challenges. Challenges to do with confidence and self-esteem. So you may be dealing with somebody who has self-esteem issues, right? Or they may have confidence issues in this relationship. Death in the Sun. Now, Ace of Wands is very fiery. You could definitely be dealing with a fire sign, also Libra. Death and the Sun come in. So death is lost, but the Sun is clarity and exaltation. So it can also be that they really want to be the center of your world, right? When you're in the Sun, it's like you are the world. The Sun is shining on you and only on you almost, right? You may be dealing with somebody who is who requires a lot of attention, right? Who requires a lot of heat from you, a lot of emotion, okay? And then there's death coming in. So there's loss or fear of loss. Now we're going to get deeper into what exactly are the twin flame shadow energies at play here, so we can see a little bit better how these 4 cards are relating to what's going on here, all right? So now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Show me what's going on for Libra and their person. Alright. So we're going to pick 4 cards from this also. Show me Libra. Oof, this card is hot. for the next 7 days with their person. All right. Here we have them. Manipulation, lust, robotic, and distant. Wow. All right, manipulation and lust. Right? So there's manipulation at play here. All right. They may be trying to manipulate you. They may be lustful. They may be trying to manipulate the situation. Again, you're dealing with somebody who wants a lot of attention. Okay, Libra. They desire a lot of attention. And they're lustful. There's lust here, right? Again, we have Ace of Wands, the great phallic symbol, right? So this passion, this new passion, oftentimes is full of a lot of lust and heat. And like I said before, 1 minute it's hot, the next minute it's cold. And again, this is why, this could be very much why the dynamic is like that right now. Because you're dealing with somebody who perhaps is trying to manipulate the situation a bit more to get what they want out of it, right? That you may not be giving them enough attention. There's a robotic feel, a distant feel here. There could be some issues here with not showing enough emotion on their part. Okay, so while they're being manipulative, right, and they're lusting, they may at the same time be very robotic and almost cold, right? And so you may be getting really confusing messages from them. There's a distance here. They are not giving a lot up to you, right? And this can also talk about just generally if there is distance here, you know, it can feel emotional or physical, right? But here we have a lot of cards to do with the mental and the fire of the relationship. And so this distance here makes me feel like you're dealing with somebody who sometimes to you feels like they're very distant, like they're not there in the moment. And yet, at the same time, you have manipulation going on in lust. You have the Ace of Wands. There is a strong sexual energy, a strong sexual connection here and desire, but they may be very, very good at hiding it. And I'm going to say to you, part of that reason is they may be dealing with a lot of issues to do with pride, but death is there. There's a fear of, how shall I say it? There's a fear of death or of loss, right? So when we talk about death in tarot, it's not an actual death, but a loss of something, a loss of a relationship even, right? They may have lost relationships before, or they may have come to a sudden end. And so they may be distant and pulling back because right now, yes, the lust is there, the energy is there, the fire is there, but there is fear there, right? There's fear. And there are also some obstacles, again, Knight of Swords, to do with confidence. Now, when it comes to you, Libra, are you giving them enough confidence? Like, how are you communicating to them, right? Because although I'm looking at the twin flame shadow here, I'm doing a different kind of reading that I normally do for your twin flame readings, where I look at your energy and your person's energy. Here we're kind of just looking at what is going wrong right now in this connection. And although a lot of the time I'm reading from trying to read what is going on with them, there is a part that you play in this as well. And it can be with Knight of Swords, which is much more your energy. Are you know, are there any obstacles in the way that aren't necessarily clearing, right? So it can be that you have your own sort of issues that you need to clear up so that you can kind of give this person, right, the attention or what it is almost that they are craving. I'm not saying you have to, but if there's a challenge here, it always goes both ways, right? And again, manipulation and lust. It can be that both of you are relying on manipulating the other because of your various issues, right? And because of the lust, and yet there's a distance. You know, we're going to need, and certainly with this, I think there's love here, but certainly there's passion. There's going to need to be a lot of communication. Show me, Libra, spirits of darkness and light. What is helping this situation? What energies are feeding? The spirit of the dog. Wow. Spirit of the lion. And Spirit of Lightning. Well, you have great spirits helping this connection. Because Spirit of the Dog is friendship, companion, undying loyalty. There is a loyalty here. This Ace of Wands really speaks to a strong, passionate love affair. All right? And really, it's simply a fear. And you're dealing with self-esteem. And somebody who wants a bit more attention. Lead a recognition, respect. Lead the Spirit of the Lion, right? It's interesting because the Sun, although it's not the card for Leo, it can be associated with Leo energy, okay? Leader, recognition, respect. So there is a prideness here. There's a pridefulness here that could probably be going both ways, Libra, for you and for them. And so, but there is an undying loyalty to each other. You know who each other are. Power, strength, expression, Spirit of Lightning. You have great power coming in and strength. The both of you, very strong individuals. Again, you could be dealing with a fire sign like a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And it's a new connection. Ace of Wands indicates that it's absolutely a new connection. So this could just be a very recent relationship. It may have started a few months ago, a few weeks ago. But you may, again, watch out for that manipulation. And watch out for kind of like too much of the distance here with your person. If they are distant, yet the lust and the attention and the passion is there, the loyalty is there, it can be that you're just dealing with somebody who's been through a lot, right? I don't feel nasty energy, right? The manipulation I feel is simply to get more attention, but I don't feel like it's to manipulate or to control you. There doesn't seem to be any dark spirits here working, or spirits of darkness working against you. Show me 4 cards for Libra and their person. And with Sun, even if we look at the shadow side of these cards, it's mostly, again, like I said, to do with pride, self-esteem, confidence, and fear. Hanged Man, Prince of Cups. Wow, somebody needs, yes, 2 of Swords, a decision, and a six of Discs. Well, a decision needs to be made, right? Okay, so maybe it could be that you guys are together, but you haven't quite made that decision to be together, right? Because we haven't had any cup cards, except for Prince of Cups, which is all about moving to, Prince of Cups is like the Knight of Cups, right? So somebody needs to do some sweeping them off their feet. Prince of Cups talks about being much more expressive with your emotions and being clear. And 2 of Swords, well, that's Moon and Libra energy. This is your energy, but there's a decision needs to be made here, right? So certainly what's going on is that perhaps there's a waffling of that. Your person is feeling that there may be too much manipulation going on here, or fear of manipulation, right? I feel more that you guys are, the more what's happening is you guys are manipulating each other to a certain degree because you're not necessarily wanting to be honest. Somebody's not ready to commit to this relationship, although the passion and everything is there, right? And the loyalty is there. You get along great with each other. But where is the love? And there has to be a little bit more romance. The romance is coming. And I think that this is from your end, Libra. For you, you need to decide to be with somebody before you totally give yourself. And I think this is the reason why this challenge is coming up. Is you have not decided really to actually, you're in the land of indecision, 2 of Swords. Sometimes when you can't make a decision with 2 of Swords, it speaks to finding a balance. Right? A balance that works for you, a peace that works for you. You don't always have to go one way or the other. Sometimes you can find a third way to have what it is you desire, if that is what is required, right? Buddhists talk about walking the middle path, right? And not being so extreme. And so in any case, you need to meditate on that, but there certainly needs to be more romantic, emotional, affectionate expression going on with that Prince of Cups. Hangman is success. Again, Hangman, it speaks to having been stuck to routines, right? Not being inspired. One of you, and either one of you, it could be you, would be one of the reasons why perhaps Libra, in this energy, it is required for you to sort of maybe do more or work outside the box or abandon the same old kind of way of behaving, okay? be willing to move forward or be willing to express yourself more with that Prince of Cups. Oftentimes I find that these cards speak much more to what needs to happen from your point of view to make this challenge go away rather than your person. Hanged Man reminds you that you may have been here before and really relied on the same kind of behavior patterns, but did it work, right? You're still stuck here. Be inspired. Be willing to work extra, right? Be willing to realize that this could be an actual great connection, right? Again, there's no negative energy really here. There's a lot of indecision and miscommunication and not sure what each person wants. But inspiration needs to come in and not the same way of behaving. Success reminds you, six of this is a harmony financially. So there is a very physical harmony that comes in for this connection and a success. Six of this can sometimes indicate that you're dealing with somebody who is also generous in and of themselves, and you two together make almost like a powerhouse. When we see six of this is just, this is just success, and it's success because there's a harmony there on a very physical level when it comes to sustaining each other, stabilizing each other, when it comes to money, environment, life, living together, right? Even living together, there can be success here. So this is it. This is your shadow twin flame journey reading for Libra. Listen, it's not a bad reading necessarily, but definitely there's fear here. There's so much passion, but there's fear, and you're dealing with somebody who requires attention. And the distance again, I think is connected to the fear, and all of this seems to be able to be overcome with these beautiful spirits of light. 3 spirits of light, no spirits of darkness here, and then a decision, Libra. Absolutely, this is speaking to you. All right, Moon and Libra energy. A decision needs to be made. Do you want this person to be a Ace of Cups lover and get on with that Prince of Cups, sweeping them off their feet, or not, and get on with it? All right, guys? All right. I love you, Libra. I hope this gave you some clarity. If it did, please like, subscribe, and share. Check out your other readings on my channel. But for right now, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye-bye now.